New at 6, embattled Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard is mounting a re-election bid. Henyard made the announcement in a post on her...
Thornton Township and Dalton Village are currently caught in a real-life political drama, with self-styled super mayor Tiffany Henyard at the center. From turkey giveaways that seemed more like PR stunts to accusations of financial mismanagement and even whispers of potential evictions, Henyard's dual role as both mayor of Dalton and supervisor of Thornton Township has been anything but uneventful. But the real question remains: has she transitioned from being a daring leader to a political opportunist? Let's dive into the madness and see what's really going on.
Spent the last few days handing out free turkeys ahead of Thanksgiving. But in Thornton Township, the trustees say embattled supervisor Tiffany Henyard...
Dig into the turkey giveaway scandal, because what's the holiday season without a little drama? For years, Thornton Township has hosted an annual turkey giveaway to help residents in need. And this year was no different. Henyard, all smiles, handed out smoked turkeys and hams, proudly dubbing herself the Super Mayor and People's Mayor and People's Supervisor. It's the kind of heartwarming event politicians love to use for a boost in their public image. But not everyone was feeling the holiday cheer.
Endorsing a new board, but not announcing who they are just yet. Instead, promising to name them later this month. Henyard is under investigation by the...
Including trustees Christopher Gonzalez and Carmen Correle have accused Henyard of using the turkey giveaway as a distraction from the more pressing issues facing the township. Gonzalez, in particular, has been outspoken, voicing concerns that Henyard's push to schedule meetings around the event is less about helping residents and more about advancing her own agenda. Why the rush to get us to a meeting? Gonzalez questioned, pointing out that Henyard seems determined to push through votes on spending plans many trustees believe are spiraling out of control. But the controversy doesn't end with the turkey giveaway. It's happening alongside simmering tensions within the township's leadership. Henyard has been pushing to appoint a new trustee to fill the vacancy left by Jerry Jones's resignation in October. However, Gonzalez and Correle have refused to attend meetings, blocking Henyard from securing the quorum needed to push her preferred candidate through. The trustees argue that the appointment process should involve the community, not just the supervisor's office. Let it go to the people. Let them decide, Gonzalez said, emphasizing the board's focus on being financially responsible and preventing Henyard from making unchecked decisions.
Tax funds, I think that's the biggest. That's the big.
Henyard, however, has her own perspective on the matter. She argues that the trustees' boycott is simply a political move aimed at blocking progress in the township. In a fiery 50-minute video posted after one of the canceled meetings, she didn't hold back, calling her critics Judas figures and accusing them of conspiring to ruin her reputation. She even hinted at taking legal action, saying, "When I sue, everybody's gonna know I'm coming for defaming my name, defaming my character, and this conspiracy to destroy Tiffany Henyard. I'll come for everyone." But the drama doesn't stop there. Henyard's financial management is now under heavy scrutiny, with accusations of extravagant spending and questionable priorities. Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot was brought in to investigate Dalton's finances, and the initial findings were alarming. The village's general fund balance plummeted from a surplus of over $5 million in 2022 to a deficit of more than $3 million by mid-2024. Adding fuel to the fire, there have been eyebrow-raising credit card expenses, including purchases from Amazon, Target, and Wayfair. One transaction, in particular, raised eyebrows: over $7,000 spent on Amazon in a single day. Critics have blasted this behavior as irresponsible at best and corrupt at worst.
Early because two trustees, as you mentioned, did not show up: Chris Gonzalez and Carmen Carlisle. Without them, not enough board members were present to make a...
Henyard, however, has dismissed these concerns, pointing to initiatives like her proposed 100% property tax refund for residents. She insists that the township has millions set aside for the program. But Gonzalez and others are far from convinced. 100% of what? 100% to who? Gonzalez asked, stressing the lack of transparency and planning surrounding the initiative. He also pointed out that launching such a program would be an enormous task, requiring far more preparation than Henyard seems to have put in. While Henyard promotes the property tax refund as a groundbreaking idea, critics argue it's little more than a political maneuver to secure votes ahead of the upcoming elections. Both residents and trustees have raised concerns about how such a program could be funded without plunging the township further into debt. According to Gonzalez, no clear explanation has been provided regarding the funding source, leading many to suspect the program is either unworkable or reliant on mismanaged resources.
Hear these things or to kind of see some of the receipts that appear to be connected to it. And I think the taxpayers really deserve.
This lack of transparency has only heightened broader concerns about Henyard's leadership style, which many view as authoritarian and dismissive of opposing views. Trustees have accused her of sidelining them during critical financial discussions, often rolling out major initiatives without consulting them first. She doesn't want oversight, she wants control, Trustee Carlisle remarked recently. This has created a toxic environment within the township's leadership, with board meetings regularly spiraling into shouting matches and walkouts. The dysfunction has left residents frustrated, as essential township services and programs remain stalled. Many are now questioning whether the proposed tax refund will ever come to life, or if it's just another empty promise from Henyard, with no real follow-through. A local Dolton business owner voiced their skepticism, saying, "It's hard to believe this will ever happen. I've been in this town for decades, and I've seen leaders come and go, but I've never seen anything like this. They'll say whatever they need to get re-elected, and we're the ones left holding the bag." This frustration is echoed by many who feel that while Henyard's plans may sound impressive at first, they often lack the depth and strategy necessary to truly impact the community. Then there's the issue of public safety, or rather, the lack of it. Trustees have raised red flags over Henyard's decision to appoint Ronald Burge as Dolton's new police chief. According to the Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standards Board, Burge doesn't meet the legal qualifications for the role due to his inactive certification and failure to complete required training since 2021. Despite this, Henyard pushed his appointment through, sparking outrage among trustees and residents. Trustee Kiana Belcher called the move illegal and vowed to challenge it in court. Meanwhile, residents are growing frustrated with what they see as a pattern of unqualified hires and ongoing mismanagement in the police department. "You're using public funds for something the taxpayer dollar shouldn't be used for," one resident commented. As if that weren't enough, Henyard is also facing personal legal issues. Her landlord, Jenna Tull, has filed an eviction lawsuit against Henyard and her boyfriend, accusing them of failing to pay rent since August. Tull, who once considered Henyard a friend, claimed she felt pressured into renting her property to the mayor in 2021. Now, she alleges the couple owes thousands in back rent and has even changed the locks to keep them out of the property. At some point, you have to understand that karma is going to catch up to you, Tull said. Just pay your rent. The eviction case is just one more layer in the growing pile of scandals surrounding Henyard. Federal investigators have reportedly issued subpoenas concerning her spending in both Dolton and Thornton Township, and critics accuse her of using township resources for personal gain. Yet Henyard isn't backing down. She recently announced her bid for re-election, confidently predicting a landslide victory. "They know the truth, and I am committed and determined to continue fighting for my village for the next 4 years," she said in a statement. Meanwhile, residents and trustees are growing increasingly frustrated with the state of affairs. Public meetings have turned into battlegrounds, with heated exchanges and even police interventions. At a recent meeting, one resident criticized Henyard for focusing more on protecting herself than addressing community concerns. Did we hear any plans about safety with the new police chief? Did we hear anything about gun numbers? It's about protecting her, not protecting the village, the resident said. Even Henyard's own supporters are beginning to question her leadership. One commenter on social media wrote, "It's starting to look like she's more concerned with her own survival than the community's well-being. Dolton PD needs to be fired and disbanded. Some officers need to be arrested. The sheriff needs to take over." Another added, "I think that's why Tiffany has these events in Dolton. She can control the police to take care of things." These sentiments reflect a growing sense of disillusionment among residents who feel their mayor is more concerned with protecting her image than addressing the needs of the community. With litigation from federal entities potentially dragging on for anywhere from 2 months to 5 years, the stakes are rising. Despite all the controversy, Henyard seems determined to stay the course. She's consistently defended her actions, accusing her opponents of playing politics and spreading misinformation. In one memorable Facebook Live rant, she lashed out at her critics, saying, "Why is it with me and my life y'all don't hear my side? Y'all judge off the one side of the narrative that's out there, but never hear from me. This is your super mayor, the people's mayor. We out here taking care of the PS of other people." But the narrative unfolding isn't exactly flattering. From allegations of corruption to legal battles and public outcry, Henyard's time in office has been anything but smooth. And with the 2025 elections fast approaching, the stakes have never been higher. Will she manage to hold on to her position? Or will the growing opposition finally unseat the self-proclaimed supermayor? Only time will tell. So, what do you think? Is Tiffany Henyard a bold leader fighting for her community? Or is she using her position for personal gain? And how do you feel about the trustees' decision to boycott meetings? Are they standing up for accountability or just playing politics? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on this unfolding drama. Until next time.